Tonight we are going to do part 2, talking about how investing in the stock market is as easy as online shopping. I know you might be like, what? There's no way. But it is, I promise. And we are doing a continuation from last time we talked about this. So, good evening. Welcome. My name is Erin Thompson, and I help women invite money into their life. I believe that we are not stuck in our financial position. I believe we can grab our finances by our two hands and change our thoughts and our actions, and therefore the results that we get, and have a completely different life. Because I believe that wealth is not just for special people. I think any one of us can make it happen for ourselves. So that is what we talk about in this channel, in this group, because I firmly believe that we can have a different life, and I want to help you get there. So I just want to say I'm excited. The Red Wings are they've started their new season, so we are enjoying watching the games already, and there's one downstairs with my family right now. So I have on my jersey, but I just want to pop up and do this, and then leave you all, and I will go back and watch the game with the rest of the fam. So that is, I think, all I wanted to cover. So let's go ahead and get into it. We started talking about this about a month ago, and I have talked to so many women who seem intimidated by the stock market. Like, it's just this big, scary thing that they don't understand, and they have this, like, kind of attitude about it. Like, it's for other people. Like, it's not for them. They're not smart enough or something. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but they don't feel like it's for them. It's too much. It's too scary. It's for other people. So I gotta tell you, I can't help but wonder why. Because literally getting into the stock market is as easy as online shopping. And I know that we know how to do some online shopping, right, ladies? So the mechanics of what you do, picking your stock and then buying it, it's seriously as easy as shopping on Amazon, okay? It's not difficult at all. But the feedback that I got last time, and that's what we talked about last time, the feedback that I got last time is that the hard part for you is like picking the investments, right? Like, where should you be putting your money? So I'm going to talk briefly tonight through 2 different strategies that you could use. The simple answer is anywhere you want, truthfully, okay? I won't say that there's no wrong answer, but it doesn't have to be this scary thing, what you pick, okay? It's not the end of the world. For starters, you can pick stocks in companies that you like to shop with, okay? That you're familiar with, you feel comfortable with, you've heard of them, they've been around for a while, right? Those are all probably safe bets to put your money into. You could absolutely start there. I would urge you to branch out and diversify once you start buying some of those companies' stocks, right? What does diversify mean? Basically, just don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because if you're only putting your money into retail stocks, that's what they call companies that offer like retail goods and services to us consumers. If you only put your money into those retail stocks and then someday something happens in the retail sector, like totally tanks, and all of the retail companies are doing worse than they were, you're probably going to wish that you had some of your money in other things, right? That would be preferred. So there's many other sectors. There's like oil and gas is a sector, banking is a sector, commodities like gold and steel, like those are all different sectors, and there's several other ones. I would urge you to try to get at least one stock from each sector when you're starting out, okay? And over time, add a couple more and add a couple more. And like eventually you will have this amazing portfolio where you've got several within each sector. And that's nicely diversified, right? The other strategy is that you can buy ETFs. Those are exchange traded funds that track an index. So you've probably heard of the S&P 500, for example. That's an index, and there are several ETFs that track that index. I am only going to talk about SPY just because it's kind of like S&P, right? So the S&P 500 is called that because it represents the earning or the gains and losses of the top 500 companies. And so if the 500 companies, if their stocks are going up, then the S&P 500 is going up. And then your ETF, which tracks the S&P 500, in this case it would be under the ticker SPY, that would also be going up, like in matching amounts. Conversely, if the 500 stocks in the S&P 500 are going down, then the index is going down and your ETF is going down, right? So it tracks the market. Whatever the market is doing, whatever the top 500 companies are doing, your ETF is tracking that, okay? And I will tell you, there are lots of people in the FIRE movement. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early, where they live super frugally for like a handful of years, 5 to 10 years, whatever it takes, and they are just socking all of their money into these ETFs, and they're becoming millionaires relatively quickly, within like a few years, like 5 to 10 years, like I said. A lot of people that are able to, like if they start FIRE in their 20s or 30s, you know, they're able to retire by 30 or 40 or 50, depending on when they started, right? So pretty cool, the kind of gains that you can see just by socking your money away in ETFs. And the nice thing, they have diversification built right in, because they're all different kinds of companies, okay? So that's my love story with ETFs. Now, I will say, if you don't have a lot of cash when you're starting out, you want to find a brokerage that allows you to do fractional shares. And you might be like, what the hell does that mean? Well, so for instance, the SPY, that's the ticker that follows, one of the tickers, I should say, that follows the S&P 500 index. So today, that closed at $583 a share. That's, I mean, if you only had like $500 to put into your investment account, you don't even have enough money to buy one share of that ETF. That kind of sucks, right? But there are brokerages out there who allow you to buy like 3/4 or 20% or whatever amount you want to put into that particular stock. It lets you buy a fraction of a share, and then you're like sharing that share with other people, if that makes sense. I don't know how many times I can use the word share. But like, and to give you a retail reference, Apple, for instance, today they closed at $235 a share. So if you only had a couple $100 to put into your investment account, buying the high price stocks like that is going to be a little difficult unless you get into a fractional share brokerage, okay? My husband, for instance, he has an account with Stash and he has another account with Robinhood, and both of them let him buy fractional shares. And I can put like refer a friend links for you guys in the comments. That way, if you sign up through either of them, you get a little bit of money and we get a little bit of money. And everyone has a party, right? So Stash has like a subscription model. You pay a really small monthly fee. And he has like a whole dividend strategy going where he researched all these stocks that have high dividends, and he has like a little chunk of money in there where like every paycheck he puts 20 or 50 bucks or whatever it is into Stash. And then it has his strategy. Like he's got these handful of stocks that he have high dividends that he's putting his money in, right? And so it automatically allocates whatever percentage to each of those stocks, which is really nice. And he's been doing that for years, and he really likes the capability and the functionality there. He also has a Robinhood account, and he's recently gotten into, basically it's a company, you sign up through them and you kind of give them access to your account, essentially, for lack of a better word. And like one of the people that you can mimic their trading is like Nancy Pelosi. So like one of the strategies is just to mimic whatever she's doing because she's seeing great returns. And so now he's hoping that whatever money he allocates to that strategy gets him pretty decent returns, right? There's also, he's in one called the Reverse Jim Cramer, or Inverse Jim Cramer, something like that. So Jim Cramer gets on MSNBC and he's talking about all the things that he thinks are going to do great, right? Well, this reverse or inverse account has gains of like 56% on the year over the last year. So he's got some of his money going into that now. But you can sign up with one of these, and then it makes it no brainer for you, right? Like, you're literally just putting your money into the account, setting up those allocations, or picking who you're going to make your money copycat, right? And then bam, it's doing it all for you. So really, really cool functionality out there today. There's so much that you can be doing to grow your money. And it pains me that so many women are like, I just don't know. And it seems too hard and too scary. And we don't look into it because it's too hard and too scary. And I hate that. And I don't want that for you. So that is why I'm here. I'm here to let you know that there are so many things that you can do that aren't that complicated. You can figure them out. Even if you're not tech savvy, you can absolutely figure them out and get your money growing. Okay? All kinds of strategies. If you want to chat with me about some of your ideas or help walking through some of those things, please, let's link up. DM me, or raise your hand somehow in the comments and let me know that you have questions or whatever. Let's get on a call, and I want to help you get started because I hate that there are not more women in the stock market. I would love to hear from you ladies. I can't believe I breezed through that as fast as I did. When I was making my notes, I'm like, oh man, this training's going to be so long. I have so much to talk about, but I did it. I would love to hear from you ladies in the comments. Did this help bust some of the myths that you have been like telling yourself about the stock market? Doesn't this seem like it's really not that bad? Did this help take some of the scariness out of the stock market for you? I am curious to know. Please let me know in the comments. That is all I had for this week's training. If this training has you pumped up and wanting to get started, I have an awesome $47 course that helps take all of the scariness out of the market, right? Helps you get investing with confidence. And it actually walks you through the mechanics of like how to make an order. And I have a couple different strategies that I share in the training on top of what I shared here tonight about where you can put your money and how to diversify your portfolio and just how to get up and running and what you want to be trying to do in the future. So if you're interested, I will put a link in the comments so you can click that and check that out and snag a seat in there. I would love to see you in there. And yeah, I'm here to lift you up and lighten your load where I can, and I would love to help you start seeing financial success. I will also put a link to book a call in the comments too, just in case you have any questions. If you're not sure, not sure what to do about the investing thing, not sure if the long-term investing course is right for you, please, let's book a call. Let's chat about it, and I can help point you in the right direction so that we can get you set up for success, okay? I hope the rest of your week absolutely rocks. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a great night.